Hello everyone, good to see you here on the Multilingual channel. If you want to improve your small talk skills, then I can tell you that you've just found the right video for that. We're gonna start with different kinds of greetings, continue speaking about weather and minor problems with traffic. We'll also talk about food, drinks, and eating out. Moreover, we'll look at some sensitive topics and how you can avoid them politely. Are you ready to learn some smart phrases to improve your small talk? Then grab some coffee and let's begin. So when we greet someone, we always say, "Hi, how are you?" But we're all tired of the same phrase, aren't we? So let me give you some alternatives. Instead of saying, "How are you?" you can say, "How is it going?" "How is it going?" Or this one, "How are you doing?" "How are you doing?" Or this one, "How are things?" "How are things?" "Hey Matt, how are things?" "How have you been?" "How have you been?" If you haven't seen someone for a long time, that you can start by saying, "I haven't seen you in ages," or "I haven't seen you for ages," or "It's been a while." "It's been a while." Or this one, "Long time no see." For example, "Hey Kate, I haven't seen you in ages. How have you been?" "Hi Dan, long time no see. How are things?" If you meet someone unexpectedly at a place where you didn't expect to see this person, you can say, "What a small world. What a small world. What a surprise to see you here." So what are typical small talk topics? Weather, of course, trips, and problems with traffic. You can ask this question: "What's the weather like back home in?" "What's the weather like back home in?" And the speaker's home country. "What's the weather like back home in Sweden?" "What's the weather like back home in England?" Or you can just share your thoughts on the current weather. "Such nice weather today. The sun is shining." Be careful, it's such nice weather, not so. But you can also say the opposite. "Freezing today. I hate cold." If you're having a visitor from another country, then you can speak about the trip first and you can ask, "How was the journey?" "How was the journey? Did you find us well?" "Are you in town for long?" "Where are you staying?" "What's your hotel like?" Is this your first trip to Munich? Let's repeat the questions. How was the journey? Did you find us well? Are you in town for long? Where are you staying? What's your hotel like? Is this your first trip to? If you are a guest of international business partners, then it's best to show interest in the local food. If you are the host, try to make your guests feel welcome by finding out what their preferences are. This is what you can ask and answer. "Would you care to join us for lunch?" "Would you care to join us for lunch?" This question sounds very polite and suits the business context well. Next question. "Would you mind if we got something vegetarian?" "Would you mind if we got something vegetarian?" Not at all. Let's go for it. "Shall we order the drinks first?" "Shall we order the drinks first?" Good idea. I'm really thirsty. Do any of the wines appeal to you? Do any of the wines appeal to you? I'd go for red today. You? What would you recommend? What would you recommend? Fried chicken is a specialty here. What do you fancy? What do you fancy? I don't know yet. Maybe something spicy? Socializing after work while eating out definitely helps build rapport. Do you know this expression? To build rapport with someone means to establish a good relationship. To build rapport. It's really important to build rapport with your business partners, with your colleagues, with people you work with. Here is my first tip. Questions are useful for keeping the conversation going. So ask more questions, but don't forget to share as well. Our next topic is speaking about holidays and travel plans. This is also a very good topic for a small talk. Typical question here. Do you have any plans for the weekend? Do you have any plans for the weekend? Or this one. What are you doing on the weekend? What are you doing on the weekend? Be careful, it's not what do you do, as this question means what's your job? So, what are you doing on the weekend? Actually, we're traveling to Spain. Whereabouts? This question word means where to exactly. Whereabouts? To Malaga. How come? This is a more informal way of asking why. How come? They have nice weather, besides our friends have an apartment there where we can stay. Then you can ask, have you ever been to Malaga or to Spain? Or another question, what about you? What are your plans? Anything exciting this weekend? Let me know in the comments down below what your plans for the weekend are. Anything exciting this weekend? Small talk can be a minefield. Sometimes it may come to sensitive topics, especially concerning current affairs in the world. What can you ask and how can you react? Question. What are your thoughts on recent events? How do you think they might affect the country? What are your thoughts on? What are your thoughts on recent events? To tell you the truth, I really don't know. It's far too complicated to discuss it over the coffee break. You see, with this answer you're trying to avoid speaking about the topic. Of course, you can always flip the question and address it to your speaking partner. And what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on this? You can also say this. I'd rather not get into a political discussion, if you don't mind. Do you mind if we change the topic? Let me give you another tip here. Question tags can be really helpful to ask for confirmation or agreement. This is a cute place, isn't it? You don't mind if I close the window, do you? Check out this helpful video on tag questions. Are you ready for a short quiz now? Please complete these questions or answers with a suitable word. See you in a minute. So, are you ready to check your answers? Have a look. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I hope your next small talk will be sensational. Let me know in the comments down below how you got on. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.